In behavioral psychology, there is a principle called variable ratio reinforcement, and it is, without question, the most powerful behavior-shaping mechanism ever identified. When a reward arrives on a predictable schedule, the brain habituates. It stops responding. The thing becomes background. But when the same reward arrives unpredictably, the brain becomes activated, alert, obsessed with anticipating the next occurrence. Predictable equals forgettable. Variable equals unforgettable. Most men make themselves completely predictable to women, and then wonder why she never quite misses them. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how certain men become the variable, the ones a woman thinks about on a random Tuesday afternoon for no reason she can explain. There are 3 things they do. None of them require games or manipulation. 2 men, 1 woman named Sophia. Leo had been texting Sophia every single morning for 4 months, replied within minutes, initiated every plan. By every measure of conventional advice, he was doing everything right. Sophia liked Leo. She genuinely did. But she almost never thought about him when he wasn't in front of her, present in her life, absent from her mind. Then there was Marcus. 2 conversations over 1 month, both at group events, maybe 30 minutes each. Nothing remarkable on paper. Sophia was still thinking about Marcus 3 weeks after the second conversation. Same woman. Leo gave her certainty. Marcus gave her curiosity. Curiosity won. Here's the neuroscience behind why. Dopamine is not the brain's pleasure chemical. That description is incomplete. Dopamine is the chemical of anticipation, of wanting, of pursuit. Neuroscientist Kent Berridge at the University of Michigan confirmed this. The brain allocates dopamine most aggressively not when it has a reward, but when it wants one and isn't yet certain it will arrive. Apply that to attraction. When a man texts every morning and replies in 3 minutes, the woman's brain habituates. His attention is a baseline. The dopamine response is flat. But when a man's attention arrives because he's choosing to give it, not because it's his constant mode, the brain treats it differently. Not as background, as an event. His attention becomes an event. Events are noticed. Baselines are not. And I want to be precise here. I am not telling you to manufacture distance. The men who create this naturally are not being strategic. They simply have full lives. The unavailability is real, which is exactly why it lands the way it does. The value of attention is proportional to the cost of giving it. Let me show you Leo and Marcus in practice. Leo's message arrived at 8:15 every morning. Sophia replied. Leo replied within 3 minutes, always. When they made plans, he confirmed the night before, the morning of, sometimes mid-afternoon. He wanted her to feel certain. What Sophia actually felt was a low-grade suffocation she couldn't name. You cannot miss what never leaves. His constant presence removed the one thing that allows deep attraction to develop, the space to wonder. Marcus texted Sophia 4 days after their second conversation. Not because he was timing it, because that's genuinely when she surfaced in his mind. He referenced one specific thing she'd mentioned, asked one genuine question, no preamble. Sophia read it and felt something unexpected. Not because of what it said, but because of what it implied. He had thought of her. Specifically, in the middle of a full life, something about her had surfaced. When she replied, he took a while to respond. Because he was finishing what he was doing. Her brain registered, this man has somewhere to be, and he gave me his time anyway. That created a response that Leo's 4 months of consistency never did. Here are the 3 things. Actionable, real. Thing 1. End conversations at the peak, not when they fade. Most men let conversations run until there's nothing left to say. Don't. End when the energy is high, when she's laughing, when the exchange is sharp, when there's still more to explore. Say, I have to go, let's continue this later, and mean it. Her brain will finish the conversation for you. You become an open loop, and the brain is compelled to close loops. Thing 2. Have a world she's only partially privy to. A project, a pursuit, an area of your life she knows about in outline but not in detail. Not because you're withholding, because you are a person with a life, and she hasn't earned full access to every corner of it yet. Marcus mentioned his project once, briefly. Sophia's curiosity activated immediately. Stop telling everything at once. Give her chapters, not the whole book. The book she finishes in one sitting is over. The book she's still inside is the one she can't put down. Thing 3. Create rhythm, not routine. Routine is predictable. Predictable is forgettable. Rhythm means she knows you're real and consistent, but the specific texture of when and how you show up has natural variation. Some mornings a message, some mornings nothing, because you were in something. When you have space, you give her your attention. When you don't manufacture reasons to reach out. The way to create this is simple: actually have a life. A man with genuine occupation naturally creates the variable presence that registers as compelling. 3 things to avoid. First, do not count hours before you reply to seem busy. She knows. It creates contempt, not attraction. If you have to manufacture the rhythm, you haven't built the life. Build the life. Second, extended silence is not rhythm. Disappearing for a week is not mysterious, it's abandonment. Women move on efficiently when we conclude a man has gone. The natural version plays out in hours, maybe a day, not days to weeks. Third, this is for the early stages of connection, not a committed relationship. In a real partnership, consistency and reliability are exactly what's needed. What I'm describing is how genuine attraction forms, not how to keep a long-term partner in permanent uncertainty. Leo gave Sophia everything she could have wanted. She thought about him almost never when he wasn't there. Marcus had 2 30-minute conversations with her. She was still thinking about him 3 weeks later. The difference wasn't charm or intelligence. The difference was simply that Marcus had somewhere to be. A world she was only partially visible into. And in that partial visibility, her brain filled the gap. It wondered. It kept returning. A full man creates space. She fills it with thoughts of him. You cannot fake your way into occupying someone's mind, but you can become someone worth thinking about. That man doesn't have to try to be in her head. He already is.